Looks like there was a 4 hour. At least it's being created, but we'll still know. Well, without a label. Well, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, the long definitely set up there yesterday on QQQ. Um, Russell came down and souped this low here, so there's no like confirmed bullish SMT the way that we like it on the higher time frame. So if I'm gonna get long here, I still need to see. And there is that bullish SMT here, but it never really delivered. So I do think that it's possible we may get a still a setup here in the Russell for the longs, especially since QQQ has reasons to be weak here. QQQ made SMT at the highs. Maybe if the Dow comes up and takes this high without these guys, maybe that's going to be a short. Other than that, I'm just going to look for the same setup as yesterday and all week. Looks like we almost have SMT here, but don't trust it since it's not in a key time, and it's not here on the futures chart either, so something to say about that. But yeah, it did occur during London, and it looks like it did take out the low there, and it does look like it might have taken that low there. So yeah, just look for the S&T long. Russell's already taken out these highs versus the Dow, so I also don't trust longs yet. I would want to see the next leg down to get long into. Um, Areas of interest. Obviously, we have very clear relative equal lows here on NASDAQ, so likely we could soup those. And um, so yeah, maybe a smaller time frame S&T, or maybe ES is going to come down and crack one of these order blocks. But I wouldn't really trust it unless it happened right at the news, or if it happened at the low here. I'm tired. And same thing here with YM. Um, and it could even happen here, but I would expect Nasdaq to sweep that out. Nasdaq should be weaker here since it came and took a high. So it's gonna be kind of a complicated one. It's gonna need to be like maybe Nasdaq sweeps the low and ES doesn't. But I think the real indicator is just gonna be the Dow. So this is gonna be a complex S&T and can be tricky since it's taking a high. But normally I don't like to long weak Nasdaq S&Ts. But if we are getting a higher low with the Dow while we get the sweep, then I would trust this as like a fair value gobble here. Just using this order block. So set an alert there for a Nasdaq soup long. But yeah, I would also think that maybe we'd get an SMT though with ES even still. So that would be great. And we'll watch that into the open, and then same thing on Russell. We're just gonna look for some sort of long to occur, and so far Russell's actually kind of doing the same thing as Nasdaq. Sort of made kind of relative equal lows here. Let's see how close it really is. Close enough. So yeah, I would also look for something similar, but I wouldn't really trust it. We did get very clear SMT here, so the weakness trade might actually play out. So this came up, we made SMT to this low here, and that is this low here to here to the New York Open. All right, and then we kind of had the Open, and it moved down when we did have the weakness transfer into Russell already. So maybe just the same thing here, but there was kind of a SMT here, but just not really clear because it did take it out here too on all the other charts. So it's not a real SMT. Oh, there is one here. Cool. Right into London, but this one's a smaller time frame and it might have just been the play up into there. But yeah. So yeah, we'll see how it all happens. I would expect Russell to actually come and take this low. If the Dow takes the low here, then I would want to see these guys hold up or like actually come pretty deep. So I would, yeah. So I'm gonna watch this low as the key area for me on the Dow, just for this level to be taken, um, and then we'll see what happens into here. There was no SMT into that low for anybody besides Russell, so it makes sense. Russell came and delivered up here, and then now it should be like probably weak and take this level out. But this SMT, I don't think this has played out. So I think this is actually going to be the long setup. So yeah, it would make sense. Would make sense for this to hold, and then these guys to soup out this, and then hopefully ES comes down and takes something deeper out. As for a short, um, there may already be one here, so let me just open up my trading chart because it's going to give me that chart for me. Copy. Logging in, man. Oh, it's finally rolling gold, eh? I gotta hurry this because I gotta go to the bathroom before the news. I may just set a limit actually here for Russell before I go and finish this up. I don't know if it's clean enough, but yeah, we're gonna definitely be watching the 5 minute today though. So yeah, probably get a little soup long into here. Probably buy two of those. We get it down into there.
Order working. Order working.
50 points times two, it's 100, so that's perfect. But yeah, we'll see. Not actually, I mean, that extremely confident in that level. On the 15 minute, we have the fair value gobble look, but it's not technically really there. It may come down to that next order block. Wait, 15-minute chart. Fair value gobble down to the order block, but it's already touching this, so it can come pretty low. Can come pretty low down into this. It may even come into that. So it's gonna be tricky. May have to reduce the size there. But what was I looking for? Oh, the short. I would look for actually along here if the Dow does come and take this low and Russell holds his range. So that's going to be the alert there for me. For the long. But then the short, if we ES, once we take out some highs, then I'll have to look for a short. And I'll just update that as I go because I gotta go to the bathroom before the open.